You can't get more traditional in terms of Vietnamese street food than bánh xèo, which is also called Vietnamese crepe. It actually took me a couple of years to perfect this recipe, as it's not only in the portion of the ingredients, but really in the technique of cooking it. Start off by making the batter, which consists of rice flour, kosher salt, turmeric powder, cornstarch, coconut milk, and beer. I actually like to use beer because it gives it a really nice flavor to it, and add sparkling water. You can forego the beer altogether and just use sparkling water, olive oil, and chives to finish it off. I like to let my batter rest overnight, but you can do it in just a couple of hours. Now prepare your filling, which is ground pork marinated with kosher salt, black pepper, sugar, mushroom powder, and fish sauce. Mix everything together and then put it aside and let it marinate for 15 minutes while you prepare your other ingredients. Remove the poop from your shrimp, and in a large skillet over medium-high heat with oil, cook your shrimp until it turns orange, means that's when it's cooked. I like to cook my shrimp with the shell on, just so that all the juice there goes into the shrimp. I'm using shrimp with head on only because I find them to be more flavorful, but again, use regular shrimp. And in the same pan, fry your aromatics, and then add your marinated pork. And while you're cooking it, just constantly break up the pork. And once the pork is all broken up, let it cook untouched for 2 minutes on each side, just so that it has a nice crisp brown to it. What's interesting is in central Vietnam, they make the bánh xèo smaller, basically half the size of this, whereas in southern Vietnam, their bánh xèo is bigger, like a foot long, and they usually fill it with mung beans as well. I actually don't like mung beans. That's why I didn't use it in mine. Cut your shrimp lengthwise in a non-stick skillet over high heat. Make sure that the pan is nice and hot. Then add your oil. Then pour your batter. And then add your onions and shrimp and pork. Most people will actually add the onions, shrimp, and pork before they pour their batter. And I find that when you do that, you tend to burn them through the crepe and it doesn't look as pretty. Reduce the heat to low, put a lid over it, and cook it for 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, remove the lid and then pour oil all around the edges. Cook it for another 2 minutes until it starts separating from the pan, and then fold the crepe over, and voila, you have this beautiful, super crispy bánh xèo. And there are different ways to eat it. I like to eat it with lettuce and herbs, some pickled vegetables, add my crepes, and then dip it in a fish dipping sauce. The other way to eat it is add it to rice paper and roll it. Enjoy!